How you doing? Sorry you can't get through. Why don't you leave your name and your number and I'll get back to you. Hey, so if you're a younger millennial, you might not even know that. But in the days when we had landlines, you could record I think you can still, I don't know if you can, but now nobody leaves voice messages anymore because why? We send text messages, right? And so in those days when somebody would call you and get your voicemail, we used to like to leave personalized messages. So, hi, this is Ngozi, and da da da. Leave a message, and then some of us will sing. In fact, some people will put a song, like I think it was "Don't Walk Away," the beginning of "Don't Walk Away." But anyway, ignore that. I don't know why I'm preambling. Welcome to another episode of the NG Show. My name is Ngozi, your host, who is the mostest. On this episode, I am talking about greeting and the etiquette of greeting. No man is an island, so you will encounter people every day unless you committed a serious crime which has now put you in solitary confinement. If that's the case, if you wake up in the morning, chances are you will encounter someone, especially people who are outside of your social circle. I'm going to give you 5 greeting etiquettes. And if you follow the NG Show for my 10 years, you will know that I'm very big on the etiquette of life because we are all expected to coexist, right? It's also why it's very important to me to raise your children the right way because you don't want them to be inept members of society, right? So, etiquette of greeting. Number 1, when you get to a place, a gathering where there's 2 or more people. I'll give you a scenario. I walk into a restaurant and there's 4 people eating at the table. If one of them knows me, Ngozi, hi, I'm like, oh my God, hey, how are you? Even if it's not somebody I'm close to, it's like, oh, hey, how now? I'm good, how have you been? Fine. Shola, yes. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. How are the kids? Da, da, da. Very well, thank you. Then I walk away. Why? Are you a baboon? Are you Tarzan's cousin? Were you raised in wildlife? When you say hi to one person on that table and there's 3 other people, it's literally a simple, hi, good evening everyone, how are you? The end. That is the English fails me. If you kwesime, that's what you're meant to do. You greet everyone on that table. Hi, if you want a handshake, you can go the extra step. But if you don't want to, just be like, hey everyone, good evening, enjoy your meal. Hi, how are you? Hello. And then you go. I've never understood that thing. I've seen it so many times. The person comes in to a proper, even like a social club, a members club. And you come there, hey, my guy, what's going on, man? I'm good. How are the kids? You won't call? Everybody's good? Awesome. Great. Take care. And then you, boom, beeline and walk away. Elephant. Don't do it. It's the wrong thing to do. Number 2, and this is more for women. You know what? Men do it now because, everybody done mixed and blended. In Nigeria, we call it carrying your face, and I don't know what you would call it, like ignoring someone, either because maybe you've had an issue with the person in the past, maybe, and to be, you know what? Let me caveat. Some issues are major. You abused my sister. Nigga, I ain't never saying hi to you no more. If I see you coming and I know you know someone on that table, I'm gonna walk away so that I don't have to do the awkward thing, right? Now, in the event that that's not the case, so let's leave those extremes. In the event that that's not the case, you walk into a room and you're saying hi to people and you notice that someone has kind of, you feel like they saw you. Matter of fact, you know they saw you, but they just kind of, move away and you don't know what it is. You don't know why. Most people would just kind of ignore that person and walk away. I'm bad. I will say, hey, hi, especially if I know you. Ebele, hi. And then you tell, no, hello. Then at least I'm sure. Oh, so that's what you were doing. Okay, just clarifying. Especially, we're not kids unless you're 12. Even if you're 12, start to learn how to communicate. So if you walk into a place and you're saying hi to people, like scenario number 1, and you notice that person kind of tries to avoid you. I know many guys will just be like, oh, that's what it is? Okay, bye. And they walk away. I call you out. I'll be like, hello. And then you either ignore me or you just give me a cold greeting. That way, there's clarity. I'm very sure that maybe you didn't see me. No, you did. Maybe you didn't hear me. No, you did. and you chose to act that way. And that's perfect. There's clarity. We can all move on, right? So let's know how to treat those situations. Number 3, walking into a room alone. It's really tough. It's really tough to walk into a room alone. And if you're one of those people who can go to a wedding, go to a party, go to an event and walk in alone, you know what? You're better than the rest of us. Most of us can't, because you want to beeline and go straight to where you're meant to sit. Now, if you walk into a room alone and people catch your eye, acknowledge. 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 If you're shy, sit in the back. Sit in the back, but acknowledge. If you walk into a room alone and someone smiles at you, why? Why? You went to the room, you weren't forced. I mean, maybe you're an assassin and someone paid you to go there and kill someone, that's a different matter. But if you're not, you walked into a room, event, restaurant, by yourself, and that's why, God is good. Now we have phones. So when you get there, you're like, in fact, I've seen people who walk into a room and this is how they walk into the room. Sorry, very busy. Busier than the rest of us. You are not busy. We know you are just trying to avoid. In fact, I know someone, and that's why my phone is always on vibrate. This person walked into the room and I saw the person from the door of the restaurant. So, hello? Yeah, hey, what's up? Ooh, and as they took 4 steps, the phone started ringing. I was like, oh, oops. Because if you want to call, your phone will not ring out loud, you will not ring. So just, if you don't have the confidence to walk into a room alone, I get it. It's difficult, it's not for everyone. However, there are times when you have to walk into a room alone. Walk in, keep your head held high. If someone acknowledges you, nod and smile. I promise you, you will not die. Try it. You won't die. Number 4. And if you know me, if you've followed me for any number of years, you know that I'm very particular about this. Number 4 is what to do before you greet, especially if you're going to shake somebody's hand. If I don't see it, and I've seen people do this and I'm like, I saw it. If I don't see it, then I don't know that it happened. But let's say, for example, you're walking, you're about to go and greet someone and you feel like sneezing. Go away. Don't be like, hey, my guy. No. The hell? Why? God forbid. No. And there's so much, and it's breaking my heart because COVID was a very bad time. We lost so many people, it was painful, but I really enjoyed the cleanliness of it. Oh my God. The people were on fleek with, I can't believe I said fleek, but people were using sanitizer to the T. They were, I walked into a place recently and the smell wasn't great and there were too many people and I wore a mask. Someone said, we're still wearing mask. I was like, but the point is, before you greet someone, if you're approaching someone and you know you're about to say hi, try to make them feel comfortable about saying hi to you. Don't suddenly feel the need to quickly check that booger in your nose. If you have a wedgie, don't quickly pull out the wedgie. Someone came towards me, I was like, Angie, oh no, babe, my God. It's so hot. And after checking all the sweat patches on her body, she now proceeded to want to hug me. And I was like, are you okay? I was like, I'm just, body, babe, I've not been feeling well. Because first of all, I'm not hugging you. Are you lying? Why? So just don't. Your sweat particles, your lack of hygiene should not be my concern, should not be my problem, should also not be my sickness to carry. It's in the same way I talked about it years ago by myself, I think, on Etiquette, where I said, if you want to sneeze into the dip of your hand or sneeze into a handkerchief. Don't come at me and be like, oh, now Angie Sota. Number 5, to handshake or not to handshake. So it's a very weird one. There's cultural differences. Oh my God, that's another kind of worms if I go into cultural differences and where in some cultures, women don't shake men, people don't hug and, different things. So what I always say as a rule of thumb is, and I know we're fighting for equity and all that, but I always say, let the woman lead. So if I see you as a guy and I'm like, hey, then it means I'm open for a hug. Don't just walk to me and scoop me. You don't know if I want you to scoop me. Especially don't scoop another man's wife. If she's your sister, even I don't know. If she's your sister, you can scoop her. You guys are good friends. And you've been scooping, right? But don't just be like, oh, hey, Femi, this is my wife, Ife. Hey, darling. Yeah, you pick her up. Front. It's not necessary. So that's the first part. Second part, a lot of people don't like to handshake because they feel it's unhygienic. Some people are germaphobes. They don't want to shake your hand. Truly, believe it that not everybody wants to shake your hand. So don't reach out every time to shake a hand. I always reach out first because I like to shake. I'm a hugger. I like to hug. Side hug sometimes. And, I've hugged someone one day. Unfortunately for me, I was wearing a sleeveless shirt and he was his armpit, his shirt had been soaked with sweat. I regretted it for the rest of that evening. I was looking for something to spray on my shoulder, but okay, it's fine. He had been outside, it was a hot day. I should have known better that he was probably sweating, but it's fine. So handshake or not is a very weird one. And that particular greeting etiquette is one that you have to feel the other person for. It's not that hard. I know that I'm saying it and it sounds like, Ngozi, you've come again. I've come again. You are not a child. You have to learn how to coexist with people in society. So if you walk up to a woman and you're like, hey, how now? Nice to meet you. If she doesn't stretch out her hand, just be like, hey, how are you? And leave your hand where it is. It's okay. If she stretches out her hand, shake her. Because if you stretch out your hand and she's just like, I'm fine, you feel, I don't like, you know what, I may be wrong. Comment and tell me I may be wrong. Maybe there's another way to approach it, but I feel like a lot of people walk up to you straight. Now, if it's a business meeting, people have to greet. It's a business environment. We're being courteous. But in social environments, it's something where you have to read the room and read the other person before you do that. All right? So let me do a quick rundown. Number one, greeting etiquette. You walk into a room, you see someone, the person says hi to you, say hi to everybody in the circle where the person is. You can do a general hailing. You can just, hey everyone, how are you? I hope you're well. Number two, if you're carrying face, some people will call you out. Unless the person did something personal to you and your life, why are you even carrying face? Number three, walking into a room alone is not easy. I hope that we can all build the confidence to do it. However, if you're stuck where you have to walk into a room alone and you're walking and you catch an eye and somebody smiles at you, smile back. Don't bone your face. You're not the president of anywhere. You are not. Number four, things to do before you greet, which will lead into number five, the etiquette of things. Don't sneeze as you're about to approach someone to greet. Don't quickly check your armpit and sweat and, decide you want to pull out the wedgie in your, booty before you touch me. And then number five, the handshake thing. Feel out the other person. If you go to another country, I don't know, ask. And if you don't ask, observe what people are doing. Don't just walk up there and be like, hey, what's up, dog? They'll be like, dude, we don't do that. You know what I mean? Feel it out. We're now global citizens. Everybody's on Instagram, commenting on social media, left, right, and center, like you know people. Meanwhile, you know nothing. Learn, open. We should all be students of the world every day of our lives. Yeah? All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned something. Comments at the bottom of the screen. The internet has become very brutal. People's comments are becoming very mean. I don't really care. But make your comments under the screen. If you have an episode or a topic that you want me to talk about, please make the comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep it real.